PWN. Prior written notice. It's a powerful piece of paper in your child's file, and most parents just sign it at the annual and never give it a second glance. Prior written notice is federal law. Anytime the school proposes to do something or refuses to do something about your child's identification, evaluation, placement, or free appropriate public education, they have to tell you in writing before it happens. Not after it happens, not, oh, remember, we talked about that in the meeting. They have to provide it in writing in language you can actually understand. If they're saying no to a service you asked for, that is prior written notice also. Yep, no requires paperwork. So there are 7 things that prior written notice requires. 1, what they're proposing and refusing. 2, why. 3, every evaluation, record, or assessment or report they use to decide. 4, a statement saying that you have received your procedural safeguards and how to get a copy. 5, where to go for help understanding your rights. 6, every other option the committee considered and why they rejected those options. 7, anything else relevant to the decision. 6 is kind of where the gold is. They have to write down what else was on the table and why they said no. So say you want to hold an IEP meeting outside of your child's annual. First, put it in writing. Email does count. Date it and say plainly, I am requesting an IEP meeting, and this is what I want to discuss. In Texas, right now, once the district gets that request, they have 2 options. Schedule the meeting with written notice to you at least 5 school days out, or within 5 school days, they must send you written notice explaining why they're refusing to convene. To be clear, this does not mean your meeting happens in 5 days. There's no deadline for holding it. The rule says it has to be at a mutually agreed upon time and place, so you also have a voice in when the meeting happens. Now, federal law absolutely covers refusals. If the district refuses to evaluate, refuses a service, refuses a placement change, that's prior written notice, and full 7 elements are required. What federal law does not cover is refusing to hold a meeting. There's no federal rule saying they must meet every single time you ask. Texas built that requirement in itself. So make sure you list out exactly what changes you're hoping to accomplish in your IEP meeting, or in Texas, your ARD. So, because that will trigger whether or not prior written notice needs to happen. So when the district writes back and says, hey, we're not convening because of XYZ, you've received a Texas letter, you've not necessarily received your prior written notice. And if what you actually asked for was an evaluation, placement change, or a service, they owe you that full federal document as well. So just a quick heads up for Texas parents, TEA has proposed changing this. Prior written notice would go from 5 school days to 10 calendar days, whether they're proposing something or refusing it. And in a separate subsection, the one about parent requests, when you send in that written request, the school district would have 10 school days to give you notice of scheduling options, not the schedule and convene language that's in the documentation right now. So let's all learn this magic sentence. Thank you so much for your consideration. Could you please send me that prior written notice of the district's decision? So save this video, send it to a parent who needs it. Prior written notice is not optional.